All right, we are live. Let's give it a minute or two for that to populate. I didn't. Oh, I didn't bully the bot like I said I was going to. Streamcord, why don't you like us?
Have you considered that part where you said bully the bot?
I don't see why that should possibly stop it from working. It should like me.
Many things do.
Except for Streamcord. It's literally ignoring me. I'm DMing it help. Help me, I'm all out of time. Streamcord.io. Maybe I can find out why it's broken on the dash.
I'm surprised my girls are being so quiet right now. That's crazy.
Aw, they're so sweet.
Nah. I think because I got a bunch of dogs.
What kind of dogs are they?
I got a terrier. I never showed you a picture. I'm gonna post a picture when I get home. Yeah. But it's them driving my car. Mm-hmm. I was doing like car work, and these guys got into the car and got behind the wheel in the passenger seat like they were driving. Pretty funny.
Very nice.
I just got a ping from Steamcord or Streamcord or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the ping went through?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just gonna make sure that it has the right permissions real quick.
Oh, not
my
ping.
baby don't mess around because and this I know for sure. I don't know what's. Hey, that's it.
Help me, I'm all out of time. View channel, send messages, embed links, attach files, use external emojis.
Is everyone there? Hello?
Yeah?
Hello?
Hello?
Can you not hear us?
Can you hear us?
I guess I can't hear you guys then.
Oh,
oh no.
Type something real quick.
All gone. You still abandoning us?
Okay. I think I have figured out what is wrong with Streamcord.
Yay.
Alright,
Were we going to change it so it doesn't ping the fan rolls?
No, it's still going to ping the fan rolls, so the fan rolls are just no longer required to access the categories.
Okay.
Okay, I think I fixed the problem with Streamcord for everyone who is thoroughly disappointed that they weren't getting multiple pings every day from bots. I'm sure that amounts to all of like 2 people. All right, let's go. We're ready to go. Hello, 'tis I, Durenda the Wizard. I'm going to be your amazing host for this stream, but I'm not the Dungeon Master. That falls to the role of Armsteel. Armsteel, say hello.
Hello, I'm Armsteel. I'm here to cause problems and take names.
You think you will cause problems on purpose?
I'm definitely going to take someone's name.
Do that. Wait, don't do that. Hang on. We also have, returning after a 2-week hiatus, we have our wonderful Fabian back again. Say hi, Fabian.
Hello. How are you guys?
I'm a lot better now that you're here. And we have Listening Chaos. Now you say hi, Listening Chaos.
Hi, I'm listening chaos.
Thanks to the magic of technology and the internet, we have reactive images now, so you can see very easily who's talking, and as an added bonus, some of those images change because we're extra like that.
No, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I have to do with it.
Yeah, we're fantastic. That's what I said.
I'm not extra. I'm exactly within the legal limit.
We are playing in a world inspired by Hollow Knight and Alice in Wonderland, where we are all tiny bugs, Phibians, and other weird things, and sometimes entities of darkness, living on a giant mushroom. And our creatures have just been selected, have just earned their way to the top of the mushroom. We're going high, we're getting high tonight. I'll stop.
Wait, you're not already high? I guess I beat everyone to it.
Does anyone have like a letter or anything they would like to read at the beginning of the stream? I forgot to prompt everyone. Sorry.
I would if I was.
I can pull up some edgy poetry real quick.
No. Why don't you just tell us when
That
we
sounds
last
terrible.
left our noble heroes?
When we last lost our noble heroes,
Hey.
they were at the pub being mildly upset at a great many things.
I was being greatly upset at a select few things.
I got somebody fired.
That's just a fact.
You didn't even get them fired. You just literally, they were like, ID please, and you literally handed them the wrong person's ID, and they were like, this seems fine.
Yep. And the person was like, well, you know what? I think I like my character more and more. Listening is pretty great. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Listening
I
is
love
problems,
being
Goose.
me. I love being me.
That's good, because I will give you hell if you try to be someone else. That's not even true. I'll just let you get away with it because I'm a
pretty
pain.
sure that they tried to be someone else. They tried to be Herc, and then they tried to be one of Herc's babies, and then they tried to be the treasurer, and they've been trying to be a lot of other people, actually.
Yep, that's kind of my thing now. Being everyone else except for me. It's so good, so good.
Just
Anyone
be yourself, because everybody else is taken.
It's so good being you.
I will kill you.
It's so good being you.
For significantly less provocation.
Oh man.
Just like any good group of friends, these are the two that will likely murder each other.
Everybody needs that one friend who they would like dead.
No, that's because you just have an abusive relationship. You don't. It's friend is like, but it's okay. I'm better. That's all that matters.
What? Get out. Babe.
You're the amethyst to my rose quartz.
What does that mean?
Oh, Steven Universe.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we can just start assigning you to be rose quartz.
I'm okay with being the amethyst, though. That's fine with me.
Yeah, the amethyst sounds about right.
Zelda is definitely the person who is supposed to be stabbing things. And might not actually be very good at it.
What is it called? Well, anyway, enough about that. Let's not talk about Steven Universe, because then I'll get super into it and we'll be distracted for hours.
I'm actively wearing a Steven Universe t-shirt, so yeah, that's probably a good point.
And that's why I like you.
Yay!
Okay.
You like me?
Well, let's not get carried away.
Oh, okay, alright.
My character likes you, like your character. Me, I tolerate you.
That sounds like a lot of balderdash. A lot of denial. I'm hearing a lot of denial.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's in your voice. They like me. But do they
like me?
But do they?
They do. Because
Is it
friends.
TG is decided they're going to be very nice and giving like they tend to, and has gotten up to go talk with the bartender. And while that's happening, our lovely Vivelda and our mysterious Chaos are just kind of vibing until a door opens that they didn't notice, but leads directly into their booth, and Fibian steps out, and then it closes behind them.
I was under the impression this was a secure booth.
Hi!
I think that impression was... Hi!
Nothing secure.
Where have you been?
In a closet, apparently.
Have you been in a closet all day? You're allowed to come out, you know.
Practically.
Upon further investigation, the door that she stepped through isn't there anymore.
How mad will Mike be if I break this wall?
That's really convenient.
Yeah, there's a story there.
Are you gonna tell it to us?
There's a story there. Let's get a drink.
Hang on, what happened to space?
That is an excellent question. In Fibian's possession, as a surprise to Fibian, evidently, there are... Hold on, I need to do this count every single time I need to come up with a number. Mm-hmm. There are 3 rings, along with Fibian's bracelets, and 3 keys, all of which appear to be made of the same material and the same style.
And the material is?
Pale gold something.
Is it made of the stuff that space used to be made of?
What does that question mean?
I mean, is it the same bracelet?
Yes. Fibian is wearing the same bracelet, but now there are also rings.
Okay. Cool. So
I like what you did there.
I will just ask, what happened to space?
Well, I just had a conversation with space.
Oh, good. How's she doing?
She appears to be doing well. We discussed things, and space can make a room, well, essentially a gateway to that we can use to get from below to the above without anyone noticing.
That's cool. That's useful.
That would be a lot more useful if we didn't just get tickets to the above. And I'm gonna hand Fibian her ticket. What's it look like again?
It looks like that waxy paper you cook stuff on, but people recognize it as like a press-on tattoo that goes on your sword.
That's just called wax paper.
Yeah, it looks like wax paper with a symbol on it. But you know that if you press that against your sword, it will tattoo that symbol onto your sword and remove it from the paper.
Wait, you got into the above?
Mm-hmm. We saved the world. Twice. And, you know... Oh, you don't know. You weren't there.
Slight mess up on the... Right before this gets dramatic, slight mess up on the GM's part. Phoebian is not wearing the bracelet, but a ring.
Okay. The bracelet has turned into a ring. A series of rings.
And there are enough rings for one for everyone, and no more.
Well, I do like accessories. I'm just going to reach over to Phoebian's hand and say, "May I?"
Oh. Yeah.
You don't have
right.
to. They didn't share their sparkly thing.
You mean my sparkly thing that's just one thing? You want me to smash my one thing?
They didn't even let me look at it.
Well, you're looking at it right now. In fact, it's looking at you.
I can't be looking at it right now because it needs to be hidden. So I'd better not be looking at it right now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, your sparkly thing is part of the you that needs to be hidden.
So yeah, you didn't even let me look at this giant golden sparkly sword. I'm not describing it out loud. I'm describing it for the benefit of my audience.
Oh yeah. No, my shiny thing is underneath my familiar, and my familiar looks like a kind of like I want to say like a little sun on the top of an ice cream cone made of gold. I'm going to use that as the easiest way to picture it.
You definitely described it significantly more dramatically last time, but that's completely fair. I'm on board.
Yeah, I was angry that time, so it changes with me when I'm. Yeah, we're a symbiote. We're a process. We are partners. We change according to our mood.
So you don't want to turn it into the guild for glory.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what you're talking about. This is a part of me. Why would I give a part of me to anybody?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now that we have that understanding.
I'm not here to argue with you about it. It's your parasite.
What?
Anyway, Phoebian, you don't have to share with them. They didn't share their sparkly.
Too bad. I already got it. It's on my finger. I'm admiring the beauty of this ring.
This particular accessory does not sit on the finger of your glove, but rather overlaps with your glove and sits on you proper in a way that you aren't used to.
Yeah, it feels claustrophobic. I mean, not in a bad way, like sometimes it's nice when things choke a little bit. But
I'm not going to disagree with that.
Huh?
I cannot disagree.
Just a little bit, not too tight.
Okay.
As long as I can still cough.
Arm's gonna kill us. Let's get back on topic. Before we get rocks fall, everyone died.
Rocks fall, everyone can only kind of breathe.
We're getting choked a little bit, but not too much. I don't think you know what that means, beloved. Okay, we're gonna Phoebian, do you share your pretty rings?
Yes.
Fab.
So, so we have tickets to the top now.
Yeah. Well, you see. And I'm just, like, gonna look over it, listening chaos with, like, my eyes wide as, like, help me.
Okay, so now we're bona fide citizens, okay? That's what it is. We're citizens, we're heroes. They threw a parade for us. Everyone got their glory. Everyone did something cool. We got into a bar fight. No one got upset with us because, again, we're the best.
The bar fight was
and
pretty
yeah,
So now we can go to the top and make sure that they shine the light again.
They did. They did.
We did that too.
So we'll point outside where I don't know if the sunlight is still coming down in waves, but it sure was.
You can't see from where you are?
We did. So they opened up the floodgates.
So everything is better. Everything's fixed. Now we can just go back to what we're doing, sit in the park, eat our sandwiches under the sun, and do everything like we used to.
Out of character, Phibian, it's probably pretty obvious to you that we are distinctly not telling you something important.
Oh yeah, I totally got that.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't. You didn't pick up it on it and harass me.
I out of character understand. I don't know everything that happened, but I know that the thing happened.
Okay.
And I'm still trying to figure out, how Phibian is going to react to all this. Because, now we're on top.
You guys are officially those above.
So,
Yep.
So, as those above, can we help those below get what they need?
I don't know.
Maybe, but why would we?
I elbow you. It doesn't work because you're gooey.
I'm teasing, of course. I'm always gonna help those everywhere.
What happened to everyone's your baby?
Everyone is. It was a joke.
You're the worst.
That's why. Yeah, I'm terrible at making jokes. I know. It's my one flaw. That's it. So, yeah, we should think about what we're gonna do now. We're finally all above. We're in control. We can make serious changes or let things lie as they are. What do we want to do with our new position?
Ooh, I have obtained information that might help us make the water clean. We have to find out where the water is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't
You know,
it
if
just
there's-
it's just there, right?
That's what I thought.
There's water
But-
and it's everywhere.
Yeah, but Space said that it had a source. And if we can find the source, then we could figure out how to make the whole wet more hospitable.
Okay. I'm cool with that. I'm always down with solving mysteries that don't need to be solved.
That would be nice. It's certainly a lot better than what the guild asked us to do.
All right. So, what? Uh. So what are now that we're part of the above? What are we going to do about Herc? Can we get him pardoned somehow?
Herc is dead.
I stop moving, and I'm just kind of frozen.
I thought you knew. Well, I guess you wouldn't know. But yeah, Herc is dead.
They 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 got him?
In a weird way, we got him. Honestly. Not intentionally. But I definitely think that if we weren't there, Herc would still be alive.
I'm like gripping my cup so tightly that my hands, my little froggy hands, are turning like a light pink.
I'm gonna decidedly not look at Vivelda.
You can like hear the grinding of my jaw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why?
We were told to.
By who? The above?
Who else?
But you know what? Listen, Herc's passing was kind of unavoidable. I mean, I know he was doing a lot of good work for the babies. But in truth, Herc had given up a long time ago. I think he might have even been relieved to have passed. So, we shouldn't beat ourselves up about it. He'd made his peace long ago.
Okay, so out of character. I'm kind of thinking since this is Thirsty Sword Lesbians. I think the natural next step would be a sword fight.
I will absolutely
Okay.
fight you.
So, if you want to fight anybody, fight Vivelda. It's kind of her fault. Sorry. I mean, she's really good at it.
Yeah, the cup I'm murdering just snaps in half. It's a solid wood cup and I just cracked it.
Yeah,
I'm like, you didn't do anything to help!
I'm I'm going to nod and shaking my head at the same time. Just like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I distinctly remember you smashing a wall to have the whole building fall on Herc.
To save your life because you decided to antagonize the man. Oh, I know what we're gonna do with the giant beetle. I'm gonna turn into his baby and then call him names while I run around on the wall. The dumbest idea. All you had to do was not ruin it. And you couldn't even do that one simple thing.
It's called a distraction, and you know what? He didn't die from it. If we really want to get down to the brass pins of it, the distraction wouldn't have killed him. He'd still be alive if I ran up and down for 3 hours or 3 days or for 100 years.
Fine. So it's my fault.
I didn't say it was your fault.
We all
I'm
know
just
it
saying
is.
he would still been alive if we didn't show up.
That's the same thing.
Well, I guess Herc is, we don't have to worry about Herc anymore. He's in a better place. He's, being broken down to constituent parts and being used to make other things like mushrooms and flowers and
I'm
bees
gonna
and everything.
leave because I cannot handle this anymore.
Okay, so I don't know if I can act this out.
Say what you want to do, and then we'll help you.
Okay. Like, Vivian loses her temper in some manner.
I'm sorry, that's not funny, but I've spent literally this entire game losing my temper at various multiple times.
Yes.
And you're like, I don't know how to do that. I'm like, have I not given you enough examples? I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead. What's Fibian mad about? Aside from the obvious.
So she was okay. Vivian was closer to Herc than she let on.
Oh.
Honestly, the first time you left, we thought you had gone ahead to warn Herc that we were going to try to kill him. That was literally our first assumption. So you're grieving and you're furious. Who are you going to direct your anger at?
Well, I guess Listening Chaos was the one kind of describing in graphic detail, that he died. And
That sounds fair.
but also there's Vivelda, who is like all about the above and like getting
If
their
any one
approval.
person you've met was capable of outright killing Herc, it's Vivelda. Probably no one could do it, but if someone were to, you'd probably guess Vivelda. She's unbelievably strong.
And it's your ex-girlfriend, so, it's always
There
her
was
fault.
never anything between us.
You keep saying that, but your face is red, so... I mean, you were in the other room and you heard ex-girlfriend and just ran it.
I'm gonna say that at this exact junction I have gotten up like I'm going to leave, but we paused the scene so that we can talk over what Fibian's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
So,
precisely where I am.
I guess she's, like...
Emotions are always perfectly logical. Just challenge both of them to sword fight.
Yeah, just fight us both. I guarantee we will not team up.
Like, I would probably, like, start shouting. Be like, how could you? All you ever cared was about the stupid people You make everything bad, and you killed the only person who was
Doing anything good
trying
for
in his...
anyone.
Something just dawned on me. Did Herc raise you? Because I figured, like, yeah, if you be considered a monster, wouldn't you? Did Herc take care of you? Did Herc raise you?
Phibian like blushes like in embarrassment. Like this is it. Like this is the last thing you want anybody to know. You know, and she's like, "I'm not a monster."
I'm sorry. I just didn't realize that, you know, someone in our party accidentally killed your father figure or parental figure.
So with every word you say, like ranting at us, I'm like flinching and like with curling further into myself. And when you say I'm not a monster, I'm just gonna be like, she's not. I am.
I think I might have to agree with you this one time.
Phibian, would you like to attack?
Yeah, when you say, you know, like I'm the monster, it's like, yes, you are. It's like it's not the most logical thing. It's not what I like choose to do, but like, you know, when
Oh,
the
it's
emotions
logical.
ever make sense.
Shut up.
It's logical.
Shut up, listening.
You have unreliable narrators telling you what happened.
Yeah,
This is your parents' murderer.
we are giving
Something.
you the absolute worst possible version of this story.
Yeah, but I don't know.
No, go for it. Anger isn't logical. You hurt other
As Katie
people.
did, I would try to be more understanding, but as Phibian, like,
It's time to get pissed.
no.
Yeah! Kick some butt.
Yeah.
Wait, it's my butt.
Yeah,
So
Hang on.
kick her froggy butt.
You can
So-
certainly
so-
try.
Phibian pulls out her big wooden sword and attacks you. Like,
Fab. So when dealing with combat, unless our DM would like to interrupt and give more directions, you can do a couple different things at sword point. You can actually do anything you want at sword point. In this game, trying to stab someone with your sword does not mean that you're not also doing other things. So you can choose to entice, appeal to someone's physical or emotional sensibilities, connect, appeal to their social desires and desires for friendship. You can try to figure out a person, or you can just straight up try to murder.
well, my intent is,
Revenge.
my intent was not to, you know, like, kill you, like, basically, this is a way to resolve things.
Yeah.
And
The intention in attacking has nothing to do with the person being attacked, but the person who is attacking.
Yes, and if it makes you feel better, it's physically impossible for you to kill someone in a sword fight. So using the fight move is not going to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
At
Well,
worst,
I can help you with that later.
At
afterwards.
worst, you could knock me unconscious.
I will say that if you are fighting for the sake of feeling better, that sounds like emotional support.
100% willing to offer emotional support to Phibian.
So would you like to start the contest and start the fight and have Vivelda as the person you're fighting roll emotional support, because that's
Wait.
what's happening.
Can I roll
Oh.
to add shit to the fire?
Um,
Go ahead.
If you have a sword and you have a will, I'm pretty sure you can do most things in a sword fight.
I'm just messing around. I don't think that's a roll.
you're the worst. That's also not a roll. We just know it.
I'm ready from dying, but I will give you shit. You stabbed me several times last time.
You deserved it every single time. I have no regrets.
Murder!
No
Murder.
regrets. Also, you are literally fine. So, yeah, Fibian, you can roll figure a person out to try to figure out what the hell what's happening here. Or you can roll fight. Those seem like the best two moves. And, like, describe what you're doing. And if you set it up for me, then I can try to set up emotional support, because I am also grieving and I would be willing to connect with you.
That sounds like the direction I would like to go with this.
Okay.
Counter argument, call on a toxic power.
I'm not a toxic power.
You aren't, but I always want someone to make dumb decisions.
That's a bad idea.
Please don't. I mean, do. Go ahead. I'll do it. Don't worry.
The other thing you can do is just describe what you're doing. And you don't have to roll. Like, we're just telling a story together.
All right. I don't actually know where my character sheet is. I have the book.
Do you know what your stats are?
I think I have like a -1 strength, +1 dex, like a 0 heart, and like a 2 spirit. I think something like that.
What did you say your wit was?
My what?
Your wit.
Oh. Wait, how many sets are there?
5.
Were there 4 or 5?
Daring, grace, heart, wit, and spirit. I'm pulling up your Nature Witch, the Nature Witch playbook really quickly. This is just fine. So, did you go with the one that has good wit or good agility? Are you graceful or are you clever?
I think Fibian was
Graceful.
very clever.
I do act more clever,
Okay.
but I think I kind of had a neutral wit.
Okay.
My big stat was spirit.
Okay. These are your stats. I've written them down. How many times did you upgrade a stat? Did you choose the upgrade a stat 1 time or 2 times?
With your levels.
Maybe once.
Okay. So these are your stats. They're in the out of character section. And that's how easy stats are in this game. I know what class you picked, and I know what set you picked, and I know how many times you upgraded what. Easy.
Okay.
If it's off, you might have one thing that's 1 point higher, at the most. Other than
My
that,
stats are way better.
this is accurate. Quiet you. Okay, so you draw your sword. What's it look like again?
It was described as wooden.
It's wood, yeah.
It's a curvy,
Nice.
wooden sword. It kind of has some green in it, like things kind of growing in it, but it's not like moss covered, but it's like maybe moss is in the cracks.
Mm-hmm.
It's blunt, but it has a sharp tip because
Wait, hold on. There's a picture.
there is a picture.
Well, she should still describe it because the audience
That's fair.
can't
That's
see.
fair. I'm just saying, like,
Oh yeah, okay.
There's
I
a
see.
picture.
I will get this picture up onto up where the audience can see. Okay. So fabulous, and you come at me. Fabian's sword, and we are just having this sword fight literally in the middle of the bar. Like, we didn't take this outside.
good
yeah,
news.
no.
Good news. The bartender appears to be absent for some bizarre reason.
Sure, we're gonna tear this place up, and then we're gonna have to replace it. It's a good thing TG's already on it.
That's the good question. Where is TG?
I don't know. I don't really care right now. Because I am flying through the air backwards, defending myself from an enraged Fibian, which is, fair. I don't blame her. What kind of things are you saying as you're fighting? Like, why? What angle are you going for? Is it okay that I'm helping you this much?
There's sabotage action.
I
No, you idiot.
I like it. I like it.
Yes. If you want, you can call on a toxic power, and I will provide -1s to a person.
I think I'm going to call. No, okay, wait. Is there a penalty for on my part if I sabotage Vivalda in her fight?
There will
We
be a
might not like
toxic
you
power
anymore.
who has been brought into the situation.
That's less funny. That's less funny than I would like it to be. That's more like outright just terrible.
Your friends might not like you anymore.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
Actually, I just remembered there is a present toxic power that no one would notice if you were to trigger.
Oh.
Possibly
But-
even yourself.
So,
This will be so much fun.
Armsteel promises amusement and chaos if you do the thing that Armsteel would really like you to do.
Okay.
Translating that for you.
All right. So, I will do the thing.
Okay, when you call on a toxic power, ask your question and roll plus spirit. On 10
Okay.
or plus, it answers the questions, and you get a +1 forward to act on the information. On a 7 to 9, it answers the question, and the GM chooses one. It takes something from you, you mark a condition, or it gains a string on you.
Well, I really want Fibian to win, so
So instead of a +1 forward to act on the information, you'd be giving Vivelda a -1 on whatever roll she's
Or
about
we
to
could
make.
be like Fibian gets a +1 on the next roll she makes, a +1 forward to deal with the situation.
That
she
sounds far
started.
too helpful for a toxic thing to be up to.
It's allowed to be
let's do the
helpful.
let's do the -1 to Vivalda.
Great. Hate you all.
So what's your question? The question is a bigger portion of this than
Yes.
the minuses.
What's your question?
Than the minus or plus.
So my question is, well, I don't even know how to. I want to make an action. Can you make sure that Vivalda doesn't win this fight?
I hate you all.
That's a fair question.
Do I roll now?
Yep.
10.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, so you get a 10. It answers the question and grants you +1 forward, or as we've discussed, me -1 forward. To act
You're welcome.
on the information.
The answer to your question is this isn't a fight with the loser. And then something starts making a whistling noise.
Ooh. A whistling noise. I like that.
All right, Vivelda, what would you like to...
Cool.
Is Fibian going to roll? Is Vivelda going to roll? What's going on next?
Fibian, do you have any intent of figuring out a person, or actively trying to murder me, or would you like me to roll?
I suppose you could roll. I'm kind of swinging at you, like not.
Too busy being upset to be a threat.
Your eyes
Yeah,
are blinded by tears.
I'm probably like just venting stuff. Like, how could you, like? Why are you always so blah blah blah? Or
It's definitely more risky to roll than to accept the outcome. Especially when they get a negative. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Much more risky to roll.
So blinded by tears, you're definitely like attacking, but not necessarily very effectively, which is probably good because we are in a cramped space and my wings are not giving me the advantage that I would like them to be providing. So as I'm retreating, I'm like, look, you're right. I tried. I know you asked me not to, and I tried, and I didn't want things to turn out this way. And I still don't. And I know that I thought I wanted this, but I'm not sure that's what I want anymore, but there's no way I can go back. I don't know what to do. Would you like me to roll emotional support? I feel like that's not really like helping you.
Just being there to sword fight is helping. To be clear.
I would like to roll plus... Wait, that's the old character sheet. Just for the audience to be aware, Vivelda was originally the Devoted archetype, and I have switched to the Seeker archetype. And Listening Chaos was originally the Spooky Witch, and they have switched to the Naga, which is from the Advanced Lovers and Lesbians playbook. So I'm going to roll plus Spirit whenever you offer someone emotional support. And then I get a -1, which is great. Oh, I didn't write my strings down. I have no strings on Fibian. Great. That's a 9. I got a 9 on emotional support. So now it's Fibian's choice. What are you gonna do with this? Are you gonna open up, or are you gonna just continue? Either one is a good option.
I
Are you mad and hurt and you don't want to talk about it?
don't. I guess I pause. Like, I don't, like, lower my sword, but I'm just, like... I don't know, what can any of us do? Like...
I have a few ideas what you could do.
Vivelda also has an idea. So she's going to deflect Fibian's next sword thrust, which isn't that hard because Fibian's has never been putting that much energy into the sword fight. And I'm gonna take a step closer and I'm gonna like snatch you by the wrist and I'm gonna look into your eyes and I'm gonna be like, I don't know how we can fix this, but the way above stops sunlight coming down involves a floodgate. And I think we should break it. So that this never happens again.
Like, I think this is when Ibian like goes from like tears in her eyes to like sobbing and like
I'm going to let go of your wrist, and I'm gonna just sink to my knees in front of you and kind of like lower my head and like rest it on your knees. Like lower my head a little bit and be like, I'm sorry.
well, at this point I think Vivian is also kind of fallen to her knees.
Good. We knocked over 4 tables, and then we just started crying, and now we're like sitting down in the middle of the chaos, holding each other.
Yeah, Vivian totally hugs Vivelda. Like, still angry, but like, just
Emotions.
like, just doesn't.
Oh, I forgot that I had an additional -2 to emotional support because of my guilty condition, but that would still leave it at a 7. So the roll stays the same.
Okay. But only this once.
When you offer someone support in a way that could be meaningful to them, roll plus heart or plus spirit. If they open up, you get to pick one. So Fibian, you get one of these options. Clear a condition, mark XP, +1 forward, or gain insight from the GM about an obstacle facing one of you, such as the floodgate obstacle. However, so which one are you going to pick?
Say them again?
You can choose to clear a condition. Do you have any conditions?
I don't believe so.
Okay, mark XP. You can get a free XP. You can get a +1 forward, so whatever roll you want a +1 on next, you can get that. Or you can get insight from the GM about an obstacle.
Probably insight.
Okay, GM.
Would you like to ask for a specific obstacle, or would you like me to give you what I'm thinking of?
I think what you're thinking of, kind of a maybe
Alright.
epiphany or
Hang
I
on,
don't know.
before we move on to that, because I think that'll take us forward out of the scene. I definitely revealed my weak emotions, which is against my commandments as a seeker. And since
Get
my
murked.
tradition is 5, I'm gonna take a condition.
Mm-hmm.
So
Get murked,
And
froggy
drop
girl.
dead. Sorry.
nope. I only have 4 of my conditions marked. I'm fine. This is fine.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pull out
Right.
my light tapping stick, and I'm gonna pull out a single what do you call it? Strand of hay, straw. I'm gonna look at Vivelda.
Everything's perfect. My insight is Vivelda. While you were trying to offer emotional support, you got slightly distracted, which caused you to not do as well as you maybe should have.
Fab. I got stabbed.
No, you got whispered to.
Oh.
And the
It's better than getting
whispering,
stabbed.
the whispering was very simply. So what about after? Where? So find someone after they die.
The whisper says, "Find someone after they die."
Yep.
Where am I supposed to find someone after they die? They're dead.
The insight from the GM that Phibian asked for comes in the form of find someone after they die.
That sucks. Bad insight. Bad GM.
Which is to say you can do it.
Fine.
If you guys want to go find someone after they die, that's an option.
What did I get from Chaos earlier? There isn't enough to do what has to be done.
Huh?
No, nothing. I'm just writing down the mysterious GM hints.
I remember that.
Yeah.
From Perfect Chaos?
Yeah, I was from Listening Chaos. I was thieving the baby, and I slipped inside their goo, which was gross. But I asked them the question, what secret pain lies in your heart? And the answer I got was, there isn't enough to do what has to be done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm adding that to my incredibly mysterious and unhelpful GM hints.
I'm super helpful. All the time. Every time.
Sure. Definitely. I love you, though. Okay. So yeah, we're a bit of a mess. What are you doing, Listening Chaos, with your straws?
Very disappointed that this wasn't more violent. But
Could've
that's
joined
fine.
in more violent.
If it makes you feel better, I do appear to have lost something.
Yeah. I know. Unfortunately, my prohibition to killing extends even to you. But now you know why I don't do it.
No.
You don't
I'm
know why I
also
don't do
confused
it.
by that sentiment.
None of us understand what you mean by that sentiment.
Okay, we were fighting. Herc, right? I could have tried to hurt him, and I said I wouldn't because you realize life is really fragile. It's hard. It's harder to make than it is to take away. So, when you kill someone, that's it. They're gone. As far as I know.
Apparently not.
And so that's why I didn't want you guys to kill him. I fought him until he couldn't fight anymore, and that was that.
Well, maybe if you had been, I don't know, mildly helpful on the whole plan thing, we could have been able to avoid it.
I knocked him when he was knocked unconscious. He was unable to fight anymore, and then you threw a building at him. I don't know what else I could do to make you happy. I don't know what it
was not the order of events.
Yeah, no, you are reciting things incorrectly.
He
Like,
was. Was he actually?
Be incorrect as Listening Chaos. I'm just letting the viewers know that's not what happened. That's not the order of events that occurred.
Well, I'm skipping the individual things that happened, but he was on his knees and said that nothing will make me stop. And at that point, I realized the fight was over. And then you threw a building at him. I don't know what to say. It's
I threw a building at him to save your life, by the way.
I wasn't gonna die.
TG was absolutely ready to die.
TG was absolutely ready to die, but that's because TG wouldn't stop fighting.
Okay, well,
You'd
I
lost.
threw a building at him to save a life, alright? And that technically didn't kill him. Immediately.
Oh yeah, no, the building wasn't ready to stop him.
Building is what killed him?
The building is not what killed him, no.
Okay.
He was throwing the largest of the rubble at you.
He got a
after the
building dropped on
fell.
and then proceeded to pick up the boulders that I dropped on him and throw them at us.
Yeah. Totally killed him. Anyway.
Which is one of the
I was
reasons I'm
saying-
mad at you.
He should be mad at me, but it doesn't matter, because, again, this is why I stopped. Everyone is so hot-headed around here. Jeez Louise. Except when they should be.
I don't see how you can possibly take the superior position here.
I believe that's the point of this game, not understanding why people do dumb stuff.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm in character. Let me be imperfect.
Carry on.
My job. At any rate, since you guys are already made up, and I think we've all learned an important lesson that what's taken away can't be given back all the time. How do we make sure we do better next time? Let's try not to kill anybody. Let's try not to do
say
things that
that?
actually...
Do you come over here and say that?
Yes. No, I'm saying I'm leaning against the wall and like...
I'm throwing a chair at you.
You can throw a chair at me.
100%. I'm so done with your pretentious moralizing.
You can throw a chair at me. But I'm still gonna keep on saying the same thing. Just like, we just need to like take time to just like talk to people and talk it out and stop stabbing people just because they are in the way. Alright, life is inconvenient. Life is difficult. People have goals and sometimes they just don't want to let go of their goals because they're stupid and like believe in the dumbest things, just the stupidest things, and then everything falls apart over and over again. It just keeps happening over and over again. It's like you never learn. No one ever learns.
Clearly, you should just leave.
Fine then. Maybe I will.
Maybe you should.
Maybe,
Kinda like-
maybe they shouldn't.
No, Vivian, I think I need some time alone. Then I'm kind of like, if there's a door, I'm just gonna like flow underneath it and disappear.
Okay. No more spooky goo.
Wow, this is going really well. Good job, everyone. What should we do next?
Well, I know what I'd do next, but I don't want. But I'm only one person, so I'm going to
Well,
let
if
that.
you know what you're doing and they don't, let's do you first.
Okay. Fine. So I'm gonna go through the door, get into the greater bar area, and I'm going to turn into the most popular person I know.
TG?
Yep. Turn to TG, and just like kind of live his life and say hi to people and be well liked and not have to have any kind of deep existential dreads flowing through my mind and just responding to the now. And yeah.
Interesting point. Everyone seems like it appears as though everyone seems like they have a favor to ask of you.
Okay. I can't do TG's accent at all. I'm gonna be like, Yeah, give me some time. Yeah, I can work on that. Yeah. I want to be giving a lot of like empty platitudes, for the sake of just moving to the crowd, but I'm really just basking in the energy of like being wanted and needed and being important and not having to constantly deal with over emotional impetuous numbskulls.
Yeah, that'd be
And
nice.
and I'm just
Today
like
I have to
so
deal with you.
I'm just enjoying the mental break. Um, then when I get to a nice secluded area, I kind of want to just I want to find some like sitting like some standing like clean standing water. And when I get there, I'm just gonna like go into like the water um without my clothes or whatever, and just like I'm gonna make sure I'm alone. I have to be alone. Alone, shed my clothes, just like become like myself, like my own inky self, and just uh just lose myself in the moment, just enjoying the feel of the wind on my own skin, and yeah, not having to worry about what other people think of me or how other people respond to how I look, and not having to like put on this pretense of like of care. I'm just going to have no emotions and settle into my true self, which is a careless, faceless, timeless entity.
All right. Sounds therapeutic.
And that's it. That's the extent of my this is my self-care. Just being myself in my in privacy, uh, unreflected. All right, now back to you
Sounds
guys.
good. Um, you're gonna storm out as stormy as you go, and then I'm gonna like look at Vivian and be like, "Oh wait, you didn't want him to leave. Did I do a bad?"
I I don't know.
Crap, are you mad at me again? It's fine.
I'm still mad at you.
Okay, well,
But
that's probably fine. I probably deserve it.
but but we but I don't know how to move on.
Have you tried killing your enemies?
Kind of.
You weren't trying very hard. You should work harder.
Yeah, I think it would have been. That fight didn't last as long as I thought it would,
Sorry.
but
Vivelda spent a lot of time trying to de-escalate situations. She's actually reasonably good at it.
Amphibian is
A
just
sweetheart.
not.
Vivian is a sweetheart.
So, where do we go from here?
We could go above.
Okay. We go above.
We've never
Check
been
it
there
out.
before. At the very least, it could be interesting.
And we can finally figure out what the block is going on.
I'm gonna look around for TG to see if TG will escort us.
Nope, no TG.
Cool. Let's go look for TG. That's what we're gonna go do.
Okay. Have you been up there yet?
I mean, if you don't count that one time that we accidentally fell through a door, no.
Okay.
So we're gonna go outside and look for TG, and I assume that the crowd will happily tell us that they've seen him.
Yep.
And point us in the direction he was going, perhaps?
The crowd has a pretty solid idea that you and TG are friends, and therefore, will be very happy to tell you that they've seen TG.
Cool. Where'd he go? He's supposed to show us around the above.
Do you say that part?
No. I'll just say where'd he go. I'm intentionally causing problems on purpose for you personally listening.
Oh, what?
I'm asking around for TG.
I know. I'm listening.
The question seems to get kind of heavily meddled, as like 30 people think they've all gone off to do these other things. But in general, the idea is you find out eventually that he's gone. That he's gone into this private area and taken the only key in with him.
Okay. I don't know what to do about that, so I won't, I guess.
Hiding.
Fabian, do you have something? Do you have an idea? DM, help us out.
There is Flufftopia, which you have yet to explore. There is the Above, which you have yet to explore. And there are always colored doors, which you have yet to explore.
Okay, what were you gonna say, Fabian?
In I don't know. This is the point, like, after an argument where I personally become, like, really awkward and quiet and, like, wait for things to stop being awkward.
Sensitive and...
Unfortunately, this is Thirsty Sword Lesbians. We never stop being awkward.
Awkward is kind of the thing. That's the
plan.
That's the activity, the plan, that's the goal. The goal is to be as uncomfortable as possible. And to make everyone hate you. And love you. And not be able to stand you. And need you.
That sure is a lot of things.
That's real life, man. That's real life.
True. But normally no, who am I kidding? I absolutely cause problems on purpose normally.
Yeah.
But normally I have more care for people's emotions. So let's. I'm going to take Vivian's hand, assuming you let me. If you let me, I will take your hand. Take my whole heart to. No, wait, not that.
Probably hesitates for a moment, but then lets it happen.
Cool. Mainly, I just don't want you running off and getting lost and possibly murdered. DM, do you have a preference as to where we go?
Nope.
Okay, we're gonna go above.
Dope. Above is a pretty cool place to be. I
Cool.
made it so.
What's it look like? Where are we going?
Okay.
And what's it look like?
So the stairwell to the above is like on the other side of the mushroom stem as the stairwell to the below. And it is guarded by two individuals from the above who you know, let no one through under any circumstances and also look quite terrifying in their own right.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I know what to do. So, I'm not gonna let go. I'm not really holding Vivian's hand so much as I'm holding your wrist. Like, I've got you. But I'm not trying to be, like, weirdly affectionate because you just tried to kill me and that's fine.
That's an X. That's how an X thinks.
Yeah, I'm not being, like, affectionate, like hand-holding.
So you are their ex.
No!
You just admitted it.
No, I'm not their ex! We have no relationship! If we had a relationship, if I wanted there to be a relationship, it wouldn't matter, would it?
You just admitted it.
I have a girlfriend! Probably. I think.
But I'm not in the scene that caused trouble.
Okay. Anyway, I don't let go of Vivian, and I am going to, like, straighten myself up, which feels horrible and awkward and weird, but TG said to do it, so that's what we're doing. And I'm going to carefully unfurl my wings from under my cloak. And, like, in general, try to act like I'm important and I belong here.
Both the guards also have wings, to be clear.
Crap.
And they look quite impressed at your approach.
Oh, okay, good. I thought you were gonna say they're not fooled by your dumb fake displays of courage.
And they're like, I don't recall any of your no. One of them says, I didn't know you could have wings, and gets elbowed hard by the other one. And is like, show us your passports or we're gonna have to turn you away like everyone else.
There are lots of interesting things. Is my only explanation as to why I have wings, and I will display the passport icon that is stamped into my sword.
I show the passport that I haven't yet stamped to my sword.
Put that thing on your sword.
They are a little perplexed, and one responds with, you know, if someone steals that, they're basically stealing your identity. So I suggest you put that somewhere you won't lose it, like on your sword. And then they step aside.
Okay,
The
thank you.
one that I didn't know before getting elbowed hard has yet to say anything, but steps aside in unison.
He's sulking. He got called out. Alright, we head up the stairs.
I'm sorry. I got distracted. Yes, that makes sense.
No, I thought you guys had just stopped. I was like, what's going on here?
I don't know.
Some-
I don't know what's happening. I'm trying to maintain control of the narrative, which is
Oof.
not really a thing I can do.
Right. So, you go up the stairs. You know how long this is going to be because you guys have been down as long. It's the same distance staircase, right?
Mm.
They are as high above you as you are the below. And when you get up there, again, not a thing you're unfamiliar with, there's a corridor with no doors offering you a way into the building you are right next to. So, in the center of the mushroom, there is there's every single time a really large building. This is called a citadel. At least the one currently in use is called a citadel. And this time, the Citadel of the Sun curves curves all the way around the mushroom except for the path to the surface. So you don't have to be inside the citadel to go to the surface, to go to the above. And then over the path out of the stairwell, and it does so with colored glass. Stained glass murals all the way above. Have you ever been in like a 360 or like a glass tunnel in an aquarium?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that, but stained glass.
I'm in an
And it does
aquarium.
look like it's full of glowing liquid of some kind.
So there's this citadel that warps above us.
Yes. Think narrow alley, except on both sides of you is the same building, and also it goes over the top. So that's just a long hallway that leads you to the main structure, the main city. Again, you guys have seen the ruins of past iterations of the city.
Yeah, but this one's
So,
not
you know-
falling apart.
Yeah, this one's not falling apart, which is pretty impressive. The doorways here appear. Some of the doorways are red in the same sense that some of them were green or yellow. And honestly, it looks like it's full of people. They're all wearing very nice and expensive apparel. They're all like they've all got their wings out all the time. They're all carrying swords, but like other than that, they're just kind of people. Some are buzzing about the marketplace. Some are hard at work on their craft or trying to convince other people that their craft is pretty cool. Some are just hanging out. It's just full of humans, or not humans. It's just full of the people you'd meet everywhere.
Creatures of all different types. Actually, what kind of creatures are they? Are they fluffy things or scaly things?
They're all insectoids. They're all exoskeleton. They're all more than 4 limbs, not counting the head.
So there aren't any frogs or amphibians.
Not at first glance. Upon better investigation, you'll find a few, but not really that many.
We're minorities.
Does that make us an FOC? Frog of color?
Sure. I don't know. What do you want
I'm
from
being
me?
entirely outrageous. Ignore me completely.
Hence my.
That's always your answer. Fab. This is cool. I'm just gonna look around. I'm just gonna walk around. That's all I'm doing.
Yep.
The
You
world is
you are
made of
not
weird
alone.
things.
You are not alone in the art of wandering around at random. However,
Are there like a
you
lot
do
more
get
people just kind of doing nothing than I
uh,
would normally expect?
there's a lot more. No one looks like they've got stuff to do. Everyone looks like they're doing what they're doing because they either want to be or because they want to find something to do.
Cool. What do you want to do?
You actually get called over by one of the individuals.
Cool. I'll go say hi. Unless it's a specific green dragonfly.
It's not a dragonfly. There are no eastern dragonflies anymore.
Okay,
They
that's
have
good.
gone extinct a long time ago.
Yeah, totally, definitely.
This one is a jeweler and would like to speak to you about how undecorated your wings look.
I mean, that's not necessary.
Oh, but come now. It's a great opportunity to be the first to decorate someone's wings. Won't you give it to me?
But I'm about to say that I don't have any money, and then I'm like, oh, I do have money. Like, my instinctive response is, I don't have any money.
You're walking around in Rich Town in your sloppy t-shirt and
Yep.
rundown blue jeans.
My rundown blue jeans, and this person is being kind enough to let me know that that's not okay, I guess. I mean, I guess, but, like, how much would it be?
Time? Well, I could get your measurements in like 30 minutes at most.
No, like in Glory.
Glory.
I look at them like they're insane because my entire life revolves around Glory.
Glory. Did I do good?
Right, Glory. Oh, that would explain why you aren't. Okay.
Like,
I keep forgetting. This is what I get for getting a shop so close to the entrance. No,
sorry?
nothing costs here. Nothing costs anything here.
Like nothing?
Nothing costs anything.
How do you get materials and stuff?
Well, I do good work, and so they figure it's worth. I'm worth the expensive materials. So
okay.
I go up and I say, "Look at my good work," and they're like, "That looks like you can do good with this stuff," and then I get that stuff.
Okay.
I'm pretty well established though, so I just kind of get whatever I ask for at this point.
That's pretty cool. And I looked to Phibian like, look, this is cool.
Phibian stays silent, not wanting to provoke anything.
It's okay. I'm just okay. Can you decorate my friend's cloak as well?
I'm all about jewelry, so stuff like gold or silver or gemstones. You'd have to find someone into cloth to do you some cloth work.
Okay.
But if you came from the below, or the between, I think. If you came from the between, that means you guys haven't seen any of what this place has to offer.
Nope, we just got here. T.G. Geldon
You
was
you should
supposed
be
to show us
less
around.
braggy about that. Oh, T.G. Geldon. Well,
Oh, is that braggy?
Geldon's just going to have to deal with it. I'm taking you lot on a spa day. And she flips the sign over to close and jumps over the counter. TG was supposed to show you around. Guess you snooze, you lose. I'm doing it.
I 100% guessed that dropping his name would, like, help.
Do either of you put up resistance to this individual who has taken both of you by one arm each and is deciding you're going somewhere?
No.
No, not real resistance, but kind of.
A token
I'm
complaint.
I'm kind of being dragged. Yeah, token complaint.
She'll like let go of you, but walk slow enough for you to follow. If you don't want to be dragged.
She's accommodating.
And welcome to the hot spas. Welcome to the
Fab.
Sun Rock. Welcome to the... You guys just spend an entire day in the lap of luxury.
Cool. We get our toenails done.
Yep. Feel free to clear a condition.
Ooh. Hey. You mean I don't have to run around with 20 conditions at all times?
If you have the condition that says goof off is your way of clearing it, clear that one first.
Alright. That is hopeless. Lose yourself in escapism or pleasure when you should be doing something important. I do not have that, but I'm trying to decide if I should clear angry, frightened, guilty, or insecure because I have so many options here.
I would suggest angry.
I think probably that one.
Just because you are having the best time of your life with a complete stranger, what are you going to be upset about?
Well, we're getting their name. Like, what's their name?
Their name is...
You started this.
I did start this. MP Gilded.
Seriously?
Yep.
Seriously? Are they brothers?
Nope, no such thing as family in this world.
Oh yeah, what? Is that like a guild name? I guess will be my assumption.
It's how to say... It's, it shows that we're part of the same program. Yeah, like how you didn't, like how you used to introduce yourself as Vivelda the Adventurer, I guess.
Well, the Magnificent, but yes.
Oh my goodness, you were magnificent. Yes, this is beautiful.
I'm then going to like blush furiously. Like I said that completely confidently, and then I was like, "Listen to me, I'm an idiot."
Everyone in this, everyone who's like, all of the spa staff are like, yes, you. That sounds very appropriate. You are quite magnificent.
Oh dear.
And MP is like, yes, you're magnificent, and no one else seems to be paying attention to your conversation.
Great.
You have successfully fooled a lot of them about whether or not you're
Cool. Great. Excellent. I'm gonna... Yeah. I don't know what to do. Phoebian, what do you want to do? You're being loved. Sort of.
I guess I enjoy it. It's been a hard day.
That's a fact, actually.
It has been a terrible day.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, you lot all, like, as you're getting whisked about in the spa to have every single thing done,
Oh my goodness.
you guys eventually find yourself in a room with large fluffy beds and a huge makeup counter with all sorts of makeup on it, and your host just kind of jumps onto one of the beds.
Okay, I guess we do that then. Literally have
Oh.
no idea what I'm doing here.
Which bed do you jump onto?
The one next to her, as long as there's one right next to that for Phoebian.
There are 3 beds. Your host appears to have taken the nearest one, which happens to be in the middle.
Okay. Well, this is my squishy.
She rolls over and she's like, "Oh, this probably isn't an activity you guys are too familiar with. This is called sleeping."
Oh, I did that sometimes, but I always had weird dreams.
Oh, I didn't know you could have dreams below the top level.
Really?
But here, dreams are all the rage. Everyone loves having dreams.
I love how it's like a fashion thing. It's possibly the best and or dumbest way to put this.
Late stage
So-
capitalism. You pay for sleep now.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You don't pay for anything.
Yeah.
No, but sleep is like a privilege now.
yeah,
It's
it's
just
like a privilege.
That's fair.
yeah, late stage capitalism.
Yeah. The main capitalism aspect of this is the fact that no one else gets to experience it.
So how do you do it?
You some people have a hard time going to sleep, and so that everyone's like, "Oh, smelling candles," or "Oh, the smell of lavender," or some such. For me, the way I do it is I just kind of hold my breath for a really long time, and then I fall asleep.
Okay.
Works every time, actually. Though I've noticed that it started to take longer, but it still works every time.
Headaches too. Causes headache.
What if something happens?
What would happen, darling?
I don't we need to fight?
Well, if you really need to fight that badly, we can go to the arena.
So nothing is gonna there aren't any monsters here.
Monsters. Oh my goodness, are monsters real?
What?
That sounds terrifying. How do you make it? How do you handle that?
What?
That's why we have swords.
No, we have swords because that's the best way to communicate with someone, especially when they don't want to be communicated with.
I'll just kind of sheepishly rub the long pale gash that Phoebian gave me 5 hours ago and be like, yeah, I don't know anything about that.
Swords.
Okay.
Swords are an extension of the person's will.
I mean, yes, but also they keep you from getting murdered.
I find it unlikely anyone's gonna try and murder you.
Besides, statistics prove that those with sword be stabbed.
Everybody in this
So-
world has a sword.
Every
More likely to be
individual. In
More
fact,
likely to be stabbed.
in fact, up until it was decided that the fluffy creatures were monsters, the difference between a citizen and a monster was whether or not they had a sword.
Mm.
Oh.
Mm.
You guys are so dumb.
That is interesting.
No, I think we can. I think we can do this lying down thing if we're safe.
Yeah, I press my uh my upstairs invitation seal onto my sword.
Your passport.
Yeah, cause like you know, don't want to lose it.
You're just kind of like you can't tell that anything's happened, but when you remove it, the design is transferred.
Okay.
And the wax paper is just blank now.
Yep,
Cool.
as good as trash.
So I get onto one of the beds.
So
Do you get on one of the beds that is currently occupied?
No.
Hmm.
That's weird.
Maybe I should roll.
Actually, can I
That'd be
interrupt
good.
a little bit? Because listening chaos, you said you had to go around nowish?
Yes, I'm just waiting for my wife. She still hasn't showed up. So
Okay, do you want to keep going?
that was the.
Or do you want...
Well, I think I want to just listen and participate for now.
Okay, but not
I-
necessarily do anything with your character?
Well, I don't want to leave in the middle of a scene because she gets like, now we gotta go right away. So,
Okay.
but I'm here listening and having fun.
Okay, I was just saying we could wrap up if you had to go. That's all I was saying.
Oh, okay. Either way, it's fine.
Okay.
I like listening to you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Role-playing with
yeah.
you.
You're listening.
Good job. Good job, Fibin. You got it. I like listening to you guys.
His entire character in one line.
I should have said I'd like listening. Listening with you guys. That should have been the way I should have said it.
Listening to my chaos.
Listening with chaos.
Mm-hmm.
If the DM lets me, I'm gonna do something really weird and out of character next time.
The DM is not going to stop you from doing anything your little heart desires.
It's oversized, actually. Some unhealthy.
Alright, Fabian, are you crawling into bed with me, or with our buddy, or on your own?
Well, she said one of those
I'm
things
pretty sure you
first,
still hate
so-
my guts, so...
Yeah, probably on my own bed.
It's not dramatic. You have to crawl into bed with her, like, without even realizing that's what you need.
Well, we
I-
could do the "and there was only one bed" trope, but that's, completely self-indulgent.
Well, I was kind of thinking,
my wife.
Fabian is often, like, socially blind to certain things. So it'd be like, oh, yeah, we're getting in a bed, I'll lay down too. And it'd be like, no, the other bed.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's her right now. So, thanks, guys. Always a blast.
Yes.
Do you
gonna
want
go-
us to stop, or do you not mind if we continue?
You guys can keep going. Like I said, I already just sent you what I wanted to do for the next time.
Okay.
All right, guys, have a blast. I will see you soon. Not soon enough.
See you.
All right, bye.
Not soon enough.
Bye.
Bye. Do we have any dreams? Oh, sorry. Were you gonna Phibian? Were you gonna be
I get in my
reckless?
own bed.
Okay. I have no idea how Vivelda would react at this point. Like, none.
Both of you have dreams.
Ew.
Phibian, you find yourself in a large... Hold on. How do I describe this? A large pentagonal room, half pentagon room, with a table on it. And in that table sits, in the center of that table, like, okay, so it's a glass table, and in the center of the supporting pillar is the bracelet. And sitting on the table is Space.
Oh, hi, Space.
Hello. You appear to have separated your conscious from the logical realities of your situation around you.
Yeah, it's weird. I've never done this before.
Well,
But-
because we're so close, that means you're gonna come into where I am. So
Oh,
look, this is what
okay.
I've been building for you.
Oh, nice. So what is it? What does it look like?
It's just a large, so a 10-sided shape, right, where all sides are perfectly
I
equal.
thought you said it was a pentagon. That's 5-sided.
I meant decagon.
Okay.
And then half of that shape, so it's been sheared in half, so there are only 5 sides.
Ah.
Yeah. It appears as though there's a door on one of the sides, but it also looks like it's under construction right now, and maybe it'd be not the best place to go. There are also two potted plants sitting against the straight wall.
Oh, nice. I walk up to them, inspect them.
They are extraordinarily nondescript at this moment. They
Okay.
have like leaf and multiple of those.
Hmm.
Vivelda,
Mm-hmm.
you have a dream.
Boo. Hiss. Dreams are weird.
Yep. You find yourself in a. You find yourself on a mountain made of like a purple goo that if you don't like keep walking around in, you'll slowly start to sink into.
Ooh.
And you find yourself like walking up to the top of this mountain, right?
Okay.
And on top is a individual who's hard to describe. Not because you can't think of any descriptions that would fit them, but because you can't think of any adjectives that wouldn't fit them. They appear to match every description at once.
Are they like Cousin Shadow? A generic
No.
person, type person?
No, that they are in every way unique. Even the contradictory ones.
Does that make them like? Does that put them in the uncanny valley? Are they really creepy?
So think about a bug whose primary shape is circle, right? This is like Gorb, who's just basically an egg with arms. You could describe this individual as that. But you could also simultaneously describe this individual as a bug whose primary shape is square.
So
That sounds
You
like a
could-
dream.
Also, simultaneously describe this as a small collection of bugs acting in unison. You could also describe this as a large collection of knives stacked up in an approximation of a human.
is
You could
their
also
form shifting, or is it just somehow all the different things when I walk in a circle it looks different?
it is both of them. It is both shifting and also everything all at once.
Okay, creepy dream logic person. Got it. I guess I will walk in a circle around this goo or keep moving so I don't seek into the goo and be like, "Hi,
They're like, "Hello,
I'm Velda."
I know who you are."
Oh. Then it seems you have me at a disadvantage, I say, pretending to be a normal human who can, like, communicate and stuff.
Oh, that's true. I believe a disadvantage means I should get something.
It means you're more likely to get the thing you want. What is it that you want?
I want
I, like, raise my eyebrow.
I want to be near you. I want to work with you and work on you.
What do you mean work on me?
I will tell you my name, and then you will know, because I am change.
Okay. Wait, I'm not agreeing to anything.
I am change, and I'm near you, and you have wings now.
Yeah. They seem
I
heavier
am
than I
change.
expected.
And you think you can talk to someone who's dead.
I mean that.
I am near you, and you think you can talk to someone who's dead.
What? Vilda's like, error, does not compute, processing.
I wanted to tell you that I'm here, and I would like to work with you and work on you.
Okay. Do
I would like to tell you that I'm very far away from this mountain peak, and the mountain peak will try to find me.
Do you not want the mountain to find you?
I don't know. I don't care. I don't think you want the mountain to find me, and so I don't want the mountain to find me.
Huh. I like poke the goo, as if that will help me determine what it is.
Yes, actually, the goo does feel familiar. While you're poking it, trying to determine what it is, it feels very similar to looking out over the corrupt sea.
When you're on one of the layers and you can see the waters below you?
When you're on the mushroom looking out over the receding tide, when it's in front of you.
Okay.
That's what this mountain reminds you of.
It's the water?
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
It can keep you afloat.
It seems to be pulling me down.
It can do that too.
I don't think I like it.
Well, then I don't. And the mountain will try to find me. And I'm very far away from the mountain.
I'm definitely, like, intently wishing inside my head that Fibian was here because I feel like Fibian would make more sense of this nonsense.
I agree. Your friend is smart. We shall find them. Will you join me? And they reach out their hand.
Do I get a choice?
They're reaching out their hand.
Okay, I take it, because I have no self-control.
Hey, Fibian.
Yes.
Yes or no? Answer real quick.
We're rebraiding you.
Yes.
Okay.
Good answer.
Fibian, the floor you're standing on begins to turn purple and you ever stand on a tub full of oobleck?
What is oobleck?
Okay. Okay.
Are you making things up?
No, oobleck
I've
is
heard of it. I remind me
Okay.
of what it is.
the oobleck is a non-Newtonian fluid. All that means is if you hit it hard, it's solid, but if you let it
Okay.
drip, it's liquid.
Yeah, like silly putty or cornstarch goo.
Yeah, it's just cornstarch and water. That's literally what it is.
Okay.
That doesn't matter. Look, okay, the floor becomes the same type of thing I described to Drenda. If you aren't moving, you start to sink in.
Ah!
And in through one of the doors that was supposed to be under construction walks Vivelda.
I'm pretty sure I'm being
And followed
hauled.
by Vivelda is the creature that matches every description.
Whoa. That's uncanny.
Yeah. Fibian, this is change. Change. This is
Space. I know space.
yes.
Yeah, this is space.
Hang on. Space. Hi.
Space, like, waves, smiling.
Have you seen I mean,
I've seen everything.
okay, have you seen Agatha? Galadriel? Gathriel?
Gathriel! Yes, I've seen Gathriel.
How is she?
She appears to be doing everything she wants to all at the same time.
Oh.
I would estimate her current endeavors as a success.
Oh, well, that's good.
And she is thinking of you a lot.
Oh, okay.
I can't actually read minds, but she does have a picture of you.
Yay! I am a small frog. I have small desires.
Changes over there like, I bet I could try and read minds.
I'm pretty sure you read my mind earlier.
No.
That
I
means
put something
I
there.
can't do it again.
I changed your minds. That's much easier.
Do you change everyone?
Do I what?
Do you want to change everyone and spend time with everyone who comes up here?
I want to spend time with you.
Is there anyone else you want to spend time with?
Vivian,
Yes?
what does space do when you ask them to do something?
Um,
Change in space look quietly at each other.
I am like blushing furiously. Actually, where's my Vivelda blush.jpg? There we go. I am like blushing furiously because this is entirely too much attention, and also I am so confused, you guys. So confused.
I'm not sure. I mean, They're
Space
pretty
interrupts and is
helpful.
like, Change is trying to say something. Change is trying to say that Fibian wears the bracelet. And so I want to help Fibian do what Fibian does.
But that's okay, right? It's not like you're not in the palace anymore and you can do what you want, right?
I want to
Does
help
this have to-
Fibian.
Does this have to do with the rings?
Yeah, I made you the rings.
Is this one of your siblings?
Yes.
Oh, good. You were gonna find your siblings.
Yes. See, here's my sibling. Change waves.
Okay, that's a good thing then. In over my head, over my head.
How to describe? I have a way. Okay, talking with myself when these voices aren't distinct enough gets hard.
Make their voices distinct. Make one of them girly and one of them boy.
I don't know how to do girly and boy. And more importantly, if I decide girly versus boy, they'll just keep changing. Actually,
What
that's
one?
a great option. I'll do I'll do Change's voice however I feel at the moment, and Base's voice my voice. That way, the one that's completely unpredictable is Change.
Sure, that makes sense.
So, you have decided that I have.
Do I have? But I don't have a bracelet. Fibian lent me a
That's
ring.
because I'm not a bracelet.
Okay.
I'm not a bracelet. That's not actually a bracelet. But I'm certainly not a bracelet.
Okay.
I am a dodecahedron.
Gesundheit.
Oh, that's a D12.
Oh. No.
Wait,
Duranda knows.
yeah, that would be a D12.
I am a dodecahedron most of the time. And you have rolled me. The word for that is possession. You possess me. And so I want to be with you.
Okay, well, I'm somewhat uncomfortable about that, but as long as you're happy, I guess.
Should I be uncomfortable with this?
I mean, like, I'm asking you what you want? I don't even know
If
what
I
I
had
want.
to guess, what I want is to find my siblings.
Space wants that too. I don't even know what I want. I don't know how I'm supposed to help someone else.
You wanted to speak with Fibian, and now we're speaking with Fibian.
That's true. Fibian, help.
Fibian, I pose to you the conundrum. I'm very far away from my mountain, and my mountain will try to find me.
The water is rising to cover your physical form, wherever it is.
Yes.
Really?
It was kind of a stretch, but
Yes, I'm leaking.
Ew.
Space just kind of looks at him for a minute. I mean, producing water. I mean, almost water. I mean, there's water.
Can I trade you?
where are you located?
I'm located here, and just kind of points at Vivelda.
I like facepalm. Ha!
So, is the water rising to consume Vivelda?
Yes.
That sounds unhealthy. Hey, I get a love point. Ha!
That's a fact.
Hmm. Where? Do you know where the source of the water is?
Here. And just keeps pointing at Vivelda.
I'm making the waters go up.
Space like shrugs, but kind of gives a nod.
What?
Actually, reverse that order. Space gives a nod and then kind of shrugs.
They'll just pretty much like, what? What is happening? I'm so confused.
Okay. Okay.
Are we
How
going swimming?
how are you leaking? In what
Uh,
manner are you leaking?
um, so imagine you had a large ball of glass. And then imagine the around the glass was a thin line of elastic material like rubber. And then imagine the glass was water and that you poked a hole in the rubber.
What?
That's what it's like.
Are you leaking into the mountain?
The mountain is my leak.
If we plugged up your leak, the mountain would go away.
Oh. Vivelda, we're gonna have to cover you in a layer of rubber.
What?
Sorry, it's gotta be done.
What?
But both space and change give you like this shocked look like, that might such a clever idea. Surely this will work.
Why would that work? Dariusio, we are talking. We're in a dreamscape right now, and we're talking to two chaotic entities, space and change, who are apparently like familiars now. Like we have acquired baby, world-changing void people things, but they like us. So that's good. And it's attempting to explain how it's leaking, but it doesn't really have a good sense of like how it relates to the physical world. So
What if we covered the ring in rubber?
The ring would not get covered by the rubber. Says Space, genuinely confused. The
Okay.
ring is for people to wear. So rubber can't put it on.
Oh.
Should rubber be able to put on the ring?
No, we don't want rubber having that kind of control.
Is rubber that dangerous? I
I
should
have
avoid
no
using it in my
idea.
metaphors. You know what it is? I remembered something important. The passage of time. Then both of you wake up.
Wait! What should we do?
Your guide is a little perplexed, like, people don't usually sleep that long. How'd you manage it? Was your dream really awesome?
My head hurts. Vivian.
No, it doesn't. There's sunlight windows in this door.
My brain hurts then because I'm thinking. Vivian, are you awake?
Yes?
Did that happen to you too?
Yes.
Did you understand any
I
of
think.
that?
Your guide is like star shocked. You guys can share dreams? That's so cool!
Trust me, it is just annoying. Wait,
I don't think we're the ones who share dreams. The things in our dreams can share our dreams.
Yeah, I think I'm being stalked by a dream monster. I'm gonna look through my pockets and see if I can find something that might be a dodecahedron.
You don't find much. You have like generic adventuring supplies.
Mm-hmm. I also have a maid's outfit.
An excessively large vase with a prominent crack on it.
I'm ignoring that. That doesn't exist. It's not here.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I look back into my bag at the vase, and then I like close the bag and like put it back over my shoulder, and I'm like, huh. Thank you, this was very nice, but like, is there a place for like, where do you live?
I live this way, and she just... No, she gives you an address.
Where could we live? Is there like a thing?
The builders are, largely speaking, bored around this time of year. And it doesn't help that the cycle isn't continuing. So, what are they up to? Let's go find the builders.
Out of the risk of sounding ignorant, what cycle are you talking about?
The water rising.
Okay.
The water rising.
Brief
and
pause, recap for our viewers. We have woken up from our dreamscape and we are in the Above. We've never been to the Above before, so our guide is taking us around. We just had like a whole spa day because she was like, oh my gosh, you've never been here before. We're fixing that. And the Above is like a completely luxurious place. Nothing costs money. You just do things and get supplies if you do good work. And it's just this very like top tier luxury place, and so that's what we're talking about right now. These builders will build us a house and like not charge anything for it. So there's your context. Please continue.
So she like just kind of leaves out the back door and no, she like goes and props the front door open and then leaves out the back, and she's like, they'll notice the door's open and take care of it.
I like make my bed. I try to make it look like it did before.
It is unbelievably difficult. This entire thing is like a series of air balloons made out of cloth.
That's pretty cool.
more fluff than can be reasonably expected out of anything. And you go to where the Builder Guild is usually located, and instead, you find many consecutively growing many colosseums, looking more and more impressive as you go down the line. And I'm talking about just rows and upon rows of colosseum-sized structures.
Whoa.
And one of the builders looks up and is like, I just need that one calculation so it stops falling down.
I'm going to pat him gently on the head and then on the shoulder and be like, "Are you okay? Do you need help?"
He looks up and he's like, Am I okay? Probably. Do I need help? What you got that isn't stone? I think our our most recent construction project is bordering on the points of okay, so look, stone can hold up a lot, right?
Right.
Right.
Sure.
Stone can hold up a lot, but it also weighs a lot. So at some point, if you just keep stacking stone on top of itself, it'll weigh more than it can hold up, and it'll break.
Okay.
So
Where do you get the stone?
Around.
I look around. It's a mushroom kingdom.
Comes from.
I have no idea. Like, as far as I know, stone comes from old buildings.
There are alchemists. Are there alchemists? Are there still alchemists? I know alchemy was a thing for like a solid 2 years.
How do you not know where the stone comes from?
I bet I could make this stone. Hold on a second. I need to try this.
What?
Wait, no, we're having a conversation. I bet I could make stone if I really wanted to.
What?
What if you built the bottom half out of stone and the top half out of, like, mushroom stock and is it wood?
Building out of mushroom stock? What a marvel idea. Think about it. Because, like, no, but then you could just bake it. And then that's such a good idea!
I'm glad, because I don't know anything about architecture.
This is a good idea. So what we have
doesn't
been
know
doing
anything
is
about
just,
architecture either.
I know stuff about the basic fundamentals of it. Besides, this Alice in Wonderland world, I'm correct.
Then I think they should build with cake.
So our current solution to the whole rocks falling apart problem was just keep replacing more and more of the rock with metal. Except our current project has gotten to the point where just pure metal can't stand up to it. But if we find lighter materials like mushroom stock to build the most high parts out of, then we could cut down so much on the weights. I'm sorry, why are you here? You look like you had something on your mind before I distracted you.
Oh, hi. I was just wondering if there was a place we could, like, stay or live or something.
Yeah, sure. These first 6 Colosseums are largely speaking unused. Just kind of write your name on one. He hands you a few buckets of paint, and no, he points to you a few buckets of paint and paintbrushes. No one's using these buildings. You can have them.
Wow. Okay.
A coliseum.
Do you not want a Colosseum? I know I'm sleeping in one of the Colosseums. It's massive.
That's just a lot of house.
Well, I see you got some keys. Do you know what door that key opens to?
Keys? I look where he's
Oh,
pointing.
of course we know what doors they go to.
These are the keys that are tipped with Mobius strips on the grippy parts. They're Space's keys.
I look at Fibian, who's so obviously full of it.
uh,
Don't be so embarrassed. I have so many keys, and if I knew which doors they went to, I could probably get into any house on this place.
So anyone
You
who
just
has a
Yeah.
key can
A
get in.
massive keyring.
do the Colosseums have keys?
No, because it takes like 4 people to open the doors.
Ah. So we have to have the full party.
A house
Most
you
of the
cannot
doors are
use
already
unless
open.
literally everyone is there.
I don't know. It's never a problem with me or the boys because there's. It occurs to me how large the Builders Guild is and how small your party might be.
Well, there's some more of us, but we're not all here yet.
Your guide gives like a gasp look, but then quickly changes before the construction worker sees much.
No, I mean, they're coming. I mean, like, they're...
Okay, I will. I
Okay, can we...
believe you.
I have some time to ourselves?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So what you do is you go into here and you turn left here and you walk up the stair and you go there and you take a left and he just kind of like provides you a whole ton of instructions.
Okay.
And he's like, and that is the most boring hall ever constructed, and no one will ever let Jackson live it down. And no one goes in there because of how dull it is.
Perfect. We have paint, so yeah, it'll be good.
That is magnificent. Tell me when you're done. I also want to graffiti on his walls.
Mood. Can we politely disentangle ourselves from our guide and be like, we kind of want to like chill for a minute. We will come back.
The guide will like, while you're trying to disentangle yourself, the guide will like give you a look and then catch the builder and be like, okay, show me this alchemy stuff you were talking about. And so now the guide has distracted herself.
Whew.
Okay.
Fabian,
Okay.
Fabian.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like go around a couple of corners, heading towards the hallway, the boring hallway.
The boring hallway.
Like Fabian.
Okay. Yeah.
I think the thing with the person, the new person. In our dreams, the person who is new in our dreams.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Go over there.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna go to the most boring hallway and make sure that no one else is there.
There is the most boring hallway. You haven't seen anyone this entire walk, and you're definitely at the place that was described as the most boring hallway, and this one appears to be perfectly rectangular. Square on either end, and then just rectangles all the way down.
I mean, I'm not really sure if I understand how a hallway can be more boring than a hallway, but sure, I'll take the builder's word for it.
Okay. Okay, so I forgot about the keys. We have these keys. I wonder if... I don't know if I told you guys before... Yeah, but Space is building us a room.
A room? Like,
Uh,
where we can live? And hide and be safe?
yeah, like a secret base,
Yeah!
but it's like not. It's not like in the wet.
Like the base Paranoia had?
Maybe I don't know.
Okay.
But but they said that we should be able to use it. Should be able to access it from both the top and bottom of the mushroom. So I'm thinking, what if the key is how you get there?
Okay.
I don't know what you would plug the key into, but
Well, we still need to find the door that it goes to.
Might I interrupt?
Yes.
Okay, you two want to go into the room Space made?
The room Space is building for Fibian.
Yes, you want to go there? Is that where you want to go?
yeah.
Fib.
Okay. Urine envelops you in light and Fibian is there. Vivelda, would you like to answer my question now?
Yes.
Okay.
I was letting
The
Fib
ring
decide.
envelops Vivelda in light.
Cool. And we each have our own ring, right?
Yep. Here is that. You guys enter through the bottom rightmost door, if that makes sense.
Bottom rightmost door. Okay, that makes as much sense as anything.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna, I don't know if this will work. Nope, that didn't work. That door, the one the arrow's pointing at. This is what science looks like.
I don't see any arrows. Oh, that arrow. I see. Okay, got it. Cool.
Okay. I could just add an arrow to the picture.
Are there, like, nice places to sit and relax here?
Okay. So, sorry, let me give you the rest of the description.
Okay, it's a weirdly shaped door. Room thing.
So you're in a short hallway with a door on either side. You, and a, nightstand-ish thing with a few plants on top of it, in between each door, against a wall. And across from the nightstand-ish thing is a hallway. Down the hallway is the room Fibian was in last night in her dreams.
Here you go, guys. A picture.
Yes.
I have copied the picture onto the screen for our lovely viewers so they can see what Space's hideout looks like that she built for Fibian.
Okay, so the blue circle is the glass table. Buried deep into the glass is Space's bracelet. The green things are countertops with plants on top, and the red things are doorways.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna, collapse against the wall and be like, oh my goodness, finally, somewhere safe. Are we safe here?
A chair materializes underneath you.
Fab.
As safe as I know, I would think.
Okay, we have to open the vase.
The vase has one large crack in that one time you tried to slam it against the floor. But other than that, it's unharmed. I see the picture,
where James is
for the
leaking
record.
from?
I don't know, but if picking... This is the only thing in my pockets that could possibly be
A dodecahedron.
a
Whatever that is.
whatever it was that space said it was. And if we have a baby thing, if we have a weirdy thing, I want to know.
A baby weirdy thing?
Maybe. Words. You know how I am. If carrying this thing around gave us that chaos change, that's what it's called. If carrying this thing around is what brought change here, I really want to know that.
Is space anywhere around here?
Upon thinking that, space materializes sitting on the table.
This is horrifyingly convenient.
Hi, space.
Hello. Do you like my room?
I love it.
I've carved your names onto the doors, though it occurs to me I don't know what language you can read. None of the doors have carvings you can read.
I nod my head very slowly. I'm like, okay, space. And I hold out the, giant vase thing. Is this where change is?
Last I saw change.
Will opening it break anything?
It will break the vase.
But that's it?
Yeah, I mean, it's solid fire. It's solid clay all the way down to its core, so I don't know how you intend to break it.
So you don't think I could break it?
That's not what I said.
Earlier, space said that the contents of the vase is can be dangerous.
That's a fact.
Yeah, well, I already have a creepy person chasing my dreams, and I don't know what to do with this. And the people who are above really, really want it, and I don't know if that's safe. And
it isn't.
Thank you. And look, I know I did everything wrong, and I know I messed everything up, and I couldn't save Herc, but I don't have to give them his thing. This is his thing.
Is it?
It's the thing he died trying to protect. The thing
Yes.
he defied his entire society and broke his sword trying to protect, and all of these things. So yeah, I think it's his, as far as Velda's concerned.
This is a comment made by Space in game.
Oh, okay. Velda is like, yeah, I stole it from his house.
Well, yeah, but it was a very well built vase.
According to the guild, if it's in your house, it's yours.
That's true. But according to change, the individual you call Herc was never in charge.
But Vivelda is?
Vivelda's in charge now, yes.
What? Why am I in charge? Who put me in charge?
Whoever put that crack there.
I did that.
Well, currently, Change considers you their one true master, so whoever put the crack there is kind of responsible for letting Change be close enough to individuals to decide someone's in charge of them.
Damn it, why is this my fault? Why is everything my fault? Why can't I do anything right?
I really do think you do a lot of right things.
Ugh. I'm gonna like flop dramatically over the chair, which probably molds itself to be easier to flop dramatically onto.
Have you seen a Victorian fainting couch?
Yes, I would like to flop dramatically on a Victorian fainting couch.
There you go.
Possibly one that looks like it was made out of Jell-O, just for funsies.
Unfortunately, space is not very creative.
Okay.
Okay. So the crack wasn't there before.
I tried to pick it up and then it was trapped, and I didn't want the trap to go off because I was trying to get out of there without alerting anyone to what I was doing, and if I could freaking teleport then this would have worked really well, but I couldn't teleport because the person who could teleport was busy acting like an imbecile. So then I picked it up, and then I triggered the trap, and then there was another boulder, and I put the boulder on top of it, and that didn't work, and then there was another huge boulder coming at me, and I tried to dash out of the hallway, and it fell, and it broke, and it didn't get crushed by the boulder, though, and I didn't get crushed by the boulder. That's pretty much the only good thing that happened here.
I'm pretty happy that I can now talk with Change.
Okay, two good things.
Change was very effectively sealed in there.
Okay, so if the
So you're not, like, trapped right now, even though you're inside a table.
I put myself in the table so I can be in the center of this reality.
The center of attention, understandable.
No, center of the fundamental foundations. Like how you'd build an entire nail off of an entire house off of one nail? Balanced precariously? That.
I literally live in Phoebian's house because I have never built myself a house. But sure, yes, like that.
My house is made out of like mud and cob.
Out of character, you do not balance an entire house precariously on the head of one nail.
Yeah, that is something I was not sure I was going to believe.
Space seems to think this is a trait that one could expect to mimic, but out of character, that is not something that can or should be attempted.
Yeah, sure, we can totally balance the things on a head of a nail. So you're the nail.
Yes. And if the table gets horribly smashed, then I'll probably eject everyone out into the wet like I did last time.
Okay, so that's fine.
Or the bitter. I did send someone to the bitter.
What's a bitter? There are more places?
The bitter... Yeah.
Ah!
It's okay. The dry individuals are learning very quickly how to go from place to place.
Whoa. Interesting.
Are they dry? I mean, like, yeah, because their fur kind of repels water, so they're more dry than the rest of you. But they do drink a lot more water than you guys.
Okay, so if I break this, someone could get hurt.
If you break that, something dangerous could happen.
Okay, but Chaos is happy. He's not trapped, and he's happy.
Chaos?
Change. Sorry.
Change is happy, and can... Change wants to reach out to you, and there's kind of a very well-made vase in the way.
Oh. I just...
Uh-huh.
I don't want anyone to be trapped.
Well, let me ask you, why hasn't the mountain come for Change?
He said he didn't want it to.
He okay, but can change control where the mountain goes?
I don't know.
Is it the vase that separated the mountain from change?
No. But
Okay.
the vase is currently. It wasn't supposed to, and it wasn't always, but right now it is.
And if we break the vase, then the mountain will come for change.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That sounds bad.
Can I leave the vase here and have it be safe?
Absolutely. No one can get in unless they have a ring or a key.
Okay, can you let Change in if he wants to be in?
Changes already in.
Right, because he's the vase.
Yeah. You just can't see change because your mind is too anchored to reality.
That's good, because he makes my head hurt. I mean, I like him very much, and he's great. Yes.
I will say that if you leave change here, then change will be further away from you.
I just want him to be safe.
Vivelda,
Hmm.
do you want to change?
Maybe. If it means I can stop ruining everything.
And I'm just putting that out there as like Change was talking about working with you. I mean, like, who knows what that means, but I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
The way I see it, this is all just a problem with location.
Okay. If that's
Everything is a problem of location to space.
They say when you're a hammer, the whole world looks like a nail. Velda's main problem with change is that his entire existence is a metaphor, and, well, they don't go right over her head because her reflexes are too fast. She would catch it.
That is my least favorite fictional character.
Are you kidding me? He's so funny.
There are other characters I'd like to meet less than him, but I think he's my least favorite because I like the rest of the crew. Just him
Really?
makes it almost.
The only person I find completely unbearable in that Guardians of the Galaxy movie is Star-Lord. Like, I literally cannot handle Star-Lord. He's so awful.
Yes, so we're on the same page, just different books.
He's so dumb. Does he have to be so dumb all the time? He's constantly cringe. Okay.
Yeah, see, we're on the same page, just about different books.
All right. Okay.
That's in the same series.
Yeah, in the same series, in the same movie, really. Okay. I think I do want to change because I thought I was going to be happy. And I'm not. And there's blood on my hands.
Why do you guys keep saying that?
I killed someone.
No, you didn't.
Close enough.
No, you didn't.
It was close enough.
What's close enough?
I dropped a building on him.
He didn't care.
He was very impressive.
Have you seen what that guy's done? You think one building is all that's been dropped on him?
Okay, but if I hadn't been there, he would be fine.
That's not true. He hasn't been fined for a very long time.
I'm not responsible for that part.
Yeah, you aren't responsible for that part.
I'm responsible for the dead part.
No, you aren't.
Yes, I am.
So then, how did he die?
He died because he's... I'm not saying, because Vivelda will say she did it.
Okay.
Alright, so I dropped a building on him. Okay, alright, so, I need a table. And I, gesture my hands.
One of the nearby plant leaves grows and turns wood and is now underneath your hands.
That's weird. Okay, and some minis. Some little people.
The leaf, starts bearing fruits in the shape of just people you've met. And one of them is a building.
Okay, so. Cool, we're gonna need that building. There's the three of us. We're supposed to sneak in. And this was supposed to be a reconnaissance mission. It was supposed to be part 1. And the idea was that our idiot resident shadow would slip through the chaos and go find the secret thing. And then teleport away with the secrety thing. And then we'd all be fine and we'd just say goodbye. You know, me and TG would just walk away and no one would be any the wiser and everything would be fine. But instead, our resident idiot decided that he was going to turn into Hercules and be like, "Hi, Hercules, it's Hercules. Oh, ho, ho, I don't know what you're doing. Oh, what do you mean it's not you?" And then...
You failed to locate a Hercules miniature.
I'll just use this giant fruit. The fruit is, bigger than the building.
Upon thinking of the fruit that's bigger than the building, it occurs to you that building is the shed that's full of iron ore.
I pick it up, and I look at it, and then I drop it, because I can't really handle this right now. So I left, because I had to leave, because everyone's attention was all on listening chaos, and someone had to find the thing if we were going to be able to get out there without actually fighting Herc. And so I went, and I found the thing, and I stuck around the corner, and I found a maid outfit. That part's not relevant. And then I found the thing.
I liked that part.
I throw the feather duster at space.
The room is now dusty and has no traces of anyone being in here.
I think that might be a magic feather duster. Anyway. And then I found the thing. And then there was the thing with the boulder and the Indiana Jones swap, and that didn't work out very well. And then there was a big, huge crash. Because the boulder knocked his entire bedroom down, and I escaped, which was great. And then we had to run. And they were fighting him because he was trying to come and attack me because I couldn't teleport away. This is all in character. But, so then I showed up. I ditched the vase somewhere secret, and I make it there. And TG looks like he's been, I don't know, murdered by a giant Goliath beetle. He's barely standing, honestly. I don't know. He's such an idiot. I don't know what possessed him to get into this battle.
The same thing that possesses you before every battle.
Okay, but I can fight. The thing Vivelda is referring...
Fight is right.
The thing that Vivelda's referring to is the fact that TG's highest stat to fight with is a +1. She's like, seriously, he's an embarrassment. Okay, but they're fighting and I have to protect them. So I told them where the vase was and I put myself between them and Hercules. But he was still coming and I can't stop him. So that's when I dropped a building on him. But then he was fine. He was like, how dare you drop a building on me? And he picked up big boulders and he chucked them at us. And then we were like trying to dodge. And then Listening Chaos was taking hits for us. And that's not how it's supposed to be. Nobody was running. Nobody was leaving. And I was like, you guys need to go. And they were like, no, you need to go. And then TG Sheldon was like, I'm not going to go. And so nobody left because we're all a pack of idiots. And so instead we just stood there as Hercules attacked us. And we all attacked together. Actually, TG threw me at Herc, which is rude. And I think I should stab him for it, probably. And then I hit him, and he went down. But he was still there. And TG wanted to kill him. 'Cause, I don't know, he's mad.
Because we're miles away from getting through that hide, by the way.
We were miles away from getting through the door.
No, the hide. You weren't going to crack. Well, you weren't going to crack Herc's armor.
Oh, yeah.
None of you could have delivered the final blow if you wanted to.
So, TG wanted to kill him, but he was still breathing, and you told me not to. And we had the thing. So it should have been okay. And then he just turned to stone.
That's because if anyone who wasn't Herc is responsible for Herc's death, it was Jambalaya.
Gesundheit.
It's
that will never
older...
stop being funny.
It's a much older name than what you guys are used to.
Is it intentionally a kind of food? Out of character?
I almost said Jim and had to correct myself to a different name.
Okay, jambalaya is a kind of food.
Well, I guess he was a tasty best friend. I'm not in charge of this.
I'm just checking. First we have the world where people are made out of food, and then...
No, I can't have someone named after food if there's a world of people made out. We'll just call him Jim. Oh my goodness, we'll use a normal name.
How about Django? Django's a good name.
Yes, Django. Okay.
There you go.
If anyone's responsible for the death of Herc, other than Herc, it's Django.
Who's Django?
You say his name right? Okay, yeah, it's Django.
Django. Yeah, who's Django?
Django was the last person before Vivelda to be in charge of change.
Does he have any notes?
Do they live in the above?
Used to, yeah.
Did he leave
Even
behind
if
any
Django
notes?
wasn't. No.
Great.
Maybe. He was publicly executed and his residence were burned to the ground, even though it was made out of stone. So unlikely there are notes left over.
Why was he executed?
Because you see, he took something very important to them, and he built a very nicely built vase around it. And he told the strongest person imaginable, don't let anyone get a hold of this vase. And certainly don't let anyone know what's inside this vase, even yourself. And the strongest person imaginable said, Lol K. And then all hell broke loose. And Django's the reason Herc got banished from the above. And Django's the reason Chaos is in a vase. And Django's the reason Herc lost his name, broke his sword, and had nothing to live for other than that stupid vase. And Django got Herc killed. Herc was effectively killed since well before any of you showed up.
Okay, but Django didn't drop a house on him.
Yes, he did. What? Dude, everyone's... Everyone drops houses on Herc.
It's the only way you can fight the man.
Especially when he was younger. It was the coolest thing to do on the block. Hey, look at this. This guy's an impenetrable monster of doom who can single-handedly fight off the entire rest of our forces. Let's throw stuff at him and see what doesn't happen. You think someone clever enough to steal Chaos didn't also know how to throw houses at people?
I don't know.
When you say chaos, do you mean change?
Change.
Yes.
The cha is not. It's not helping.
Chaos?
Yeah, chaos.
Chaos?
Change.
Chaos.
Chaos.
It has a
It's
CH.
the same thing. Effectively identical.
When I
see.
was a kid, I thought it was pronounced chachos.
Chachos.
You know, utter chachos.
Duricio was in fact correct on that assessment.
She says it's fine. Change is chaos. That is true. If we've learned one thing about change. That sounds like my kids trying to pronounce tortilla. Man, my kids are still convinced that a burrito is a tortilla. Like, they're like, can I have a burrito? And so I make them a burrito with a tortilla and beans and rice, and then they're mad. They're like, no, I wanted a burrito, and they point to the tortillas. And I'm like, I gave you a freaking burrito! You can't have just a tortilla!
I still make that mistake all the time. They're the same word.
Totoriri, tortilla, totoriri. Now imagine that I'm adorable. Totoriri.
I'm sorry, Fibian already has that class.
Ouch. We can't both be adorable?
No, this is Thirsty Sword Lesbians. You each get one.
Wow, what am I? Am I magnificent?
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you are the definition of the self-destruct button.
Harsh.
Have you met Vivelda?
The big red button labeled do not press that everyone presses? Maybe?
Vivelda sure is like, gee, that looks like a problem. I wonder what happens if I explode.
What if I then take all responsibility for a thing that I didn't probably do? I don't know. She still feels like it's at least partly her fault. Whatever. Hey, space.
Yes.
Do you know where the floodgates are?
Yep.
Can you help us break them?
It won't be very hard once you find them.
Fabulous. And on that note, I think that we should call it a night because it is 7.
Yeah, I'm about ready to.
Collapse.
Yeah.
Hey, this was a very emotional session for you. Frankly,
Uh,
I think you did awesome.
thank you.
And I'm sorry your father figure's dead. He was too clever to be allowed to live anyway.
His last words were, "I have failed my task, and I want nothing more to do with that."
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell her that. That sounds depressing.
But now he's a building that you can't go inside of.
That's true. I haven't told Phoebian that part yet because that was when I was still trying to pretend that I hadn't done anything horrible and monstrous. Malacalc agrees. Malacalc and Daricio agree that we have had a great session. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. Tune in next time for Unparalleled Chaos and Destruction.
I'd like to remind everyone that if you'd like to give your favorite character a love point, don't do it while they have a wall over their face. But other than that, feel free.
I'll just have to tell them about it later. Chaos, change, space, secret bases. We have a base. I think this is the safest.
You guys have you guys have an anywhere access base.
Yeah, this is the safest Vivelda's felt in literal years. She's like, I just want to hide. Hide.
I think
I don't know,
it's
Malacalc,
fantastic that the horribly literal and straightforward, and I just want to not be here, Vivelda, gets change.
Vivelda's like, why me? What did I do to this cruel world?
And the incredibly smart and inventive and creative Phoebian gets space.
If we swapped, you could at least communicate with your thing.
Communicate with what?
With your weird entity. Your time and space entity. Because I definitely cannot communicate with my time and space entity. Yeah.
Should we come up with a collective name for them? What's the name of the things you guys have been collecting?
Problems.
But with a capital P?
Yes.
Wait, what things we're collecting? You mean space-time entities?
Yeah.
So there's one thing that's space, and there's another thing that's change. And Listening Chaos has yet another thing that seems to match this general description. So you've got quite a collection. Is there a word to refer to multiple of these disasters at once?
Primordials?
Ooh.
Primordials is pretty nice.
This is why you're the smart one.
This is why you should have the one that's hard to comprehend.
Please.
And poor Vivelda should have the one that is like, you can walk here. I understand it.
I'm the strong one. I'm super nervous.
I'm as tough as the crust of the mushroom is.
Okay. Malacalc suggests primordial soup. Titato.
So would more than one be primordial soups? Or would it also be primordial
one of them
soup?
is a primordial, and multiple of them makes primordial soup.
Oh, okay.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Under the surface, and on the surface, I'm kind of screaming.
I'll go berserk as a tightrope walker in a 3-ring circus.
What if we somehow got change a physical avatar that is easier to comprehend.
I think I'd feel better if I could just go fight Cerberus.
Oh no! Vivelda wasn't there when I described what space looks like.
Oh, yes. I think our audience doesn't know what space looks like.
Yes, sorry. Me and Fibian had a private session in which I introduced what space looks like while not in the food place.
Which is...
Which is like a shadow. So you know how when you're sitting next to a light source and you look behind yourself and you see a shadow cast up against the wall?
Sure.
That. Your shadow, but emanating from a different place. So it is actually cast up against a wall. This is also why all of these rooms have a definite light source.
Okay.
What's the definite light source of the base?
The base's definite light source. There is a... just at the end of the hallway, leading into the hemisphere room, there is a ceiling light.
Okay.
The ship doesn't swerve as it heard how big the iceberg is. Probably because it's dumb.
Bug doesn't swerve as it heard how big the angry Herc is.
I did swerve into the wall that I then brought down on our heads.
That's true. You also dropped a building on yourself.
I did
And you
also
think-
drop the building on myself. It was an unfortunate necessity. I would have preferred not to drop the building on myself if that makes any difference.
I'm just saying, like, pretty arrogant of you to come to the conclusion that you could survive a building getting dropped on you, but actual freaking Herc couldn't.
Okay, look, I'm not the one who was claiming that dropping a building on him killed him. I claimed that the part where I stabbed him when he was already fairly injured is the part where he then died and, like, bled out, I guess? I don't know how people die.
The answer is, as soon as you guys said...
We are gonna wrap this up.
Oh, yeah. Bye-bye, stream!
Stream, let's go raid somebody. Let's go raid somebody. Does anyone have any strong preferences? Let's go raid the H2L Wanderpuss.
That sure is a name.
Yeah, I think she's doing art right now. This is a channel that's intended for mature audiences, just FYI, there might be curse words. But she does portrait giveaways. So anyone who wants to show up, yeah, you're gonna drop a Dorito. You're gonna go eat Doritos? Don't eat Doritos. We like Doritos. Well, we like our friend Dorito.
Please do not put Doritos in noodles. I'm not sure where they got the idea, but please don't.
Alright, I love you all. I will see you on Tuesday for a very special Genshin Impact stream where we will finally acquire Venti if I have to pay actual money for it. Which I won't. I have enough gate
So
money.
please join us that day to watch Durenda dissolve into madness.
Yes, that's going to be super, super fun. It's going to be Tuesday evening, a little bit later than my usual streaming time. I'll see you there. Remember, you're important. Somebody loves you.
Bye-bye!
Bye!
We have rated